I'm Cathy Reuter, and thanks so much for being here. We're really excited to talk to you guys about coaching and how it's changed our lives and how it can really and truly be the biggest blessing for you as well. So just wanted to start out by just spending like 2 or 3 minutes giving you just a little bit of background about me, how long I've been doing this, how I got into this, and then how it's really been the biggest blessing for our family. So I have 2 little kids at home. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, Landon and Kirsten. And I've been coaching now full-time. This is my full-time career that I've been doing for just over 3 years. Prior to getting into coaching, I was an elementary school teacher for 10 years. I had my master's degree in special education, but I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, so I stopped teaching as soon as I had my son Landon. And then basically what ended up happening was I wanted to do whatever it took to continue staying home, even though I knew there would be crazy days with the kids and I was gonna need a lot of coffee to get through them and there was gonna be lack of sleep. I wanted to do whatever it took. My husband actually came home one day when my daughter was 4 months old and my son was 22 months old and said, "We cannot afford for you to stay home any longer. You're tutoring most nights of the week." He was working his full-time job, plus he was owning 4 businesses on the side, and it just was not working. We had racked up $35,000 of credit card debt because we were living off of one income. We had completely depleted our savings account, and we were sinking by $1,000 every single month. And so when I heard about this, my back was up against the wall. And as skeptical as I was, especially my husband, he is the biggest skeptical, thick-headed German guy you will ever meet. He did not think this was going to amount to anything. He told me that I might as well just go to a casino and gamble my money away and pray to God that I hit the lottery, basically. I did it anyway because there was really nothing for me to lose. I had to lose 35 pounds of the baby weight. I felt like crap about myself every time I looked in the mirror. I was just like, I disgusted with what I saw. I can't believe this is me. Like, I will probably never get my pre-pregnancy body back. So I figured, if anything, I'll be plugged into one of these online challenge groups that they talk about. I'll get the support and motivation from everyone, and I will lose the weight and feel better about myself. So I went all in 3 years ago on June 26th, and I treated it like a business from day one. I really, in my mind, there was not going to be a plan B. I would not be returning back to teaching. So I gave it all I got, guys, and you know, I was a 6-figure income earner in under a year, and you know, all these wonderful things have been able to happen now. We're completely financially free. We're living in our dream home that we just bought 2 months ago, not too far from Dana, down in Florida, just a couple minutes from the beach. And I'm home with my kids now every day. Most importantly, I don't ever have to worry about returning to my teaching career. And now I can pay this forward to other people and help get other people to where they want to be in their life too. And I think that's what gets me the most excited, is when I have new coaches like you guys on here and I hear where you are, and I just remember how stuck I felt and how I just felt so lost, and I just felt like there was no other way. And nothing gets me more excited than to be able to work with you now one-on-one and help you get there over time, because this could be the thing, guys, that totally changes the entire course of your future. And the way I look at it is, you know, when opportunity comes knocking at your door, you better damn open it and try it, because you just never ever know. So that's where I am now. And so thanks for being here, and thanks for joining in. And if you've been following me for a while, I appreciate that, the love and support too. All right, Dana.
And I just, somebody else hopped on, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So I also was up against the wall when I kind of came into the business, but very different reasons than Cathy. And so I kind of have to do a little of my backstory, and I try to sum it up quickly. But I basically, from the time I was very young, struggled with a lot of trauma type things happening in my life. So I lost my dad young to heart disease. I was hit by a boat propeller when I was 16 in a freak accident. Lucky to be alive. Had 12 hip surgeries in the following years. By the time I got into college, I was taking about 22 pills a day. I had depression, I had chronic pain, I had PTSD, I had anxiety, and I was just literally someone who had lost all ability to dream, you know, which led me down the road to some not such great choices of hanging out with people, doing, things I shouldn't have been doing. And I worked in the restaurant industry. So, not that I didn't love that, but I also knew that long term that wasn't going to work for me. So I was going to school to get a BA in psychology and communications. I wanted to be an art therapist. And so I had gone on a spring break. I met a guy. 3 months later, I found out I was pregnant. And I moved across country to try and make it work, and quickly realized I was in a very abusive relationship with an alcoholic. So when my son was 5 months old, I had the courage to call my mom at 4 o'clock in the morning and say, I need help. None of my family knew what was going on at that point in time. And it was probably the most courageous choice I've ever made in my life because I had no plan. I lived above my mom's garage for 6 months after that. And I literally was at rock bottom in every sense of the word. I got a part-time job working from home, making advertising calls for a local newspaper. And I knew that that wasn't going to cut it long term, but it was something where I was so desperate to stay home with my son. Because I knew that if I took the choice to go back and finish my last year of college and probably work 2 other jobs to get by, that my son was not going to have any stable, solid parent figure in his life. And that literally just ate at me every single day. So my coach continued to check in on me and invite me for 4 months. And I kept saying, no, this isn't for me. I can't afford it. Until finally it was right after my son's first birthday. And I was like, all right, I can't just sit here anymore. Like I have a choice to make. Either I sign up and go to college, work 2 jobs, put my kid in full-time daycare, figure out how to pay all of that by myself with no support, or I dive all into coaching. So I signed up with a challenge pack, and I was put in a challenge group. And really, I made that initial decision because I so desperately needed change. I was unhappy. I was unhealthy. I was anxiety ridden. I was depressed. I had no energy. I had gained 60 pounds with my son. And I knew that any positive change in my life was going to begin with me. 3 days after that, my coach got me on a phone call similar to this, talking about the coaching opportunity. And I was in a new coach boot camp 2 days later. And here I am today. It's been almost 4 years. We have a top team in the network. I am surrounded by the most selfless, amazing, incredible women and friends that I've ever had in my life. I wake up and love what I do every day. I am home full time with my son. I'm able to be the one that drops him off in the morning at school and pick him up from school. And I don't, have financial stress. We're very comfortable now. And I can't imagine what our life would look like if I had said no out of fear, or because people doubted it, or because I had people that, judged if this was something that was going to work for me. Because I just want to say to you guys that are here and listening, and Cathy can attest to this, and the coaches on the call as well can, but success is a decision. It's a decision that you no longer want to live life a certain way. If you're on this call, you're here for a reason because you want something different. And that looks different for everybody, but the courage to actually take the leap and say, yes, I'm ready for something different. It can totally transform your life if you make that choice, and then you decide to follow through with it every day after that. So that's my story in a nutshell. But we're gonna go through this call tonight in a Q&A setting. So we have a couple questions that are some of the most common myths and misconceptions of coaching, and what we do and how we earn income and all of those things. And we're going to have a different coach share about each one of those topics. And then at the end, if you have questions, we'll be happy to answer those for you too. So are we good to go, Cathy?
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
Did you sign? You got number 1 and all taken care of on your end, right?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. You just never know, guys, what might happen on this call.
It might look like we have it all together, but that is
we're a little crazy over here. So
okay, so number 1, a lot of people are like, what exactly is a coach? Like, what does that even mean when you say that? So my amazing coach Megan Levine is going to share with you quickly tonight just I'm sure a little bit about her story, how she got started, and what a coach actually is.
Hi, so I'm Megan Levine. I live in Rhode Island, and I initially became interested in Beachbody just in general because I had my first son. I had an amazing experience with the program. I lost weight. I felt amazing. I had my second child, and at that point, I knew what to do. Wanted to get back on board and lose weight again, fit my clothes. But I'd been following Dana's story and really became inspired by her. We became closer, and I wanted to be on her team. I wanted to be surrounded by positive people and just have like a positive impact in my life beyond just losing weight and being in her group. So I, at that point, told her, I'm ready to lose weight, but I also want to coach. And also, making some extra income on the side and having the ability to stay home a little longer with my second son. We're all going to be kind of perks. And I was like, why not? Like Cathy said, I really didn't have much to lose. So, and I dove all in, and I had an amazing experience right off the bat. Dana said it in the beginning that it's just an amazing group of women. And every year we are able to get together and meet the entire team at something called Summit. And I got to go this year, and it was really a special event to not only meet our team, but meet Cathy's team and all the other teams, because we have team calls, and it's really like one enormous family of people that have this amazing mission to help the world be a happier, healthier place. So, I just feel really fortunate. So that's kind of my story. So a coach basically is someone who is on their own journey, who leads from the front in demonstrating what it means to live a happier, healthier, more positive lifestyle, to be the best person that we can be. With that responsibility, we help connect people with programs that can help impact their life in that, healthy, positive way. And we typically lead these online challenge groups to help guide people through the process that can be challenging sometimes. Everybody has ups and downs through the process. So our job as coach is to help keep people motivated, keep people on track, keep them accountable. And just be inspirational, motivational, and really I think the biggest key there is to be on our own journey, sharing our struggles and our highs and our lows as well, because we want to be honest with people. If we're going to be always perfect and always on the ball, people are going to find that we're unrelatable and just kind of drop off. So it's so important for us to share when we are struggling, or when we're on vacation, or when we're at parties or whatever, and to show people how we're able to get through those things like normal people. So that, in my opinion, is what a coach is.
Thank you, Megan. I just have to add in that I love Megan's story because she was someone that didn't just dive in from day one. She came back around after the second baby and then decided this was for her. So it just really speaks to how timing is different for everybody, and how your motivation can change over time too. So I love Megan's story. Thank you, Megan. Okay, so the second one we're going to cover, and this is a big one. This is a huge common myth and misconception, is that I have to be at my goal weight to be a coach. We so often hear from people that are interested, but they're like, I need to wait until I lose that last 20 pounds. So Kelly Riley is going to share with you tonight, bust that myth, why you don't have to be the perfect weight.
Oops. Oh my God. Hi, guys. So I love this topic because I was someone that was I said those same words when I first started this whole thing. So a little background, I started this in about 2015, and I started as someone that was a challenger that wanted nothing to do with coaching. I think my coach can testify that I literally was fearful. I was scareful. I had no concept of what the idea of coaching was all about. And it made me really nervous, and I really didn't know what it was all about, so I didn't want to do it. I think my fears definitely kicked in. So I pushed it off. I pushed it off, honestly, for probably like a year. which was a little crazy. But I definitely pushed it off because it was totally my comfort level. And then I started to honestly realize that what coaching and what this whole program has done for me is such a huge, huge change in my life. It's changed me mentally. It's changed me physically. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a diabetes educator. I deal with people day in, day out when it comes to their health, their education, their nutrition, helping issues when it regards to blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes. And I have to say that when I started to see how much of a huge difference it made to me and my weight loss journey, down 20 plus pounds, my cholesterol issues, my blood pressure issues, and my diabetes control, it was a godsend. So I know for a fact when people talk about how much these programs can change you health-style-wise, that I know that it will completely change you if you are willing to be open to make that change. So I dove into coaching a little later than most when I was ready to do it. And I found that coaching helped me not only progress to my own health, just to help my journey, to help me continue with what I was currently doing, to keep on track, to help me health-wise, but it also helped me physically and mentally and everything that kind of came with it. I think a lot of times people feel as though that they can't be a coach because they're not at their perfect goal weight. And that was definitely something that I mentioned a lot to my coach. But then I truly realized that I really looked up to people that I saw that were actually doing this program, that were not at their goal weight, that were actually, maybe they were a little bit overweight, or they were not where they were striving to be, but they were day in and day out committed to these programs and on that journey with me. And I think for me, that made me feel like this was a real possibility. It was legit. It wasn't something that you just saw on the TV shows as an infomercial. It was something that truly could be a potential and could be something that actually worked. And not only did I believe in that because of seeing people that were going through the same struggles, I found as I joined the group that I actually found the same success. So I do think that when you think of people that actually start in this program, personally, if I saw people that were always six-pack abs, looking amazing, looking awesome, I'd be super jealous because they look fucking awesome. Excuse my language. But they would be awesome, and I love it. But I don't know, for me as being a mom of two, oh no, my phone is doing something funny. I hope this is not happening. I hope you guys can see me. My phone just went to something funny. Let's go back.
Oh,
Someone is sharing.
hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can.
Okay. Hi. I see you, Dana. I saw Jessica for a few. I saw Jessica and your husband, but I didn't see me. So I hope that I'm on. Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me personally, and I'm going to be completely real, if I saw someone that was 24/7 posting pictures of them with six-pack abs looking beautiful, which was my total goal, I don't know if, as a mom of two C-section babies and just work life, if I would be able to achieve that. I'm going to be blank. So I love that I see people day in and day out in our challenges that show that you can be any size, shape, age, any possibility of where you are athletically, whether you're a newcomer, whether you've been exercising for your whole life, but these programs are able to fit for anyone. Hence, my dad and my stepmom do them. Okay, not for nothing. My dad's 60 something. He does these programs and he is freaking rocking it out. He does it in Mexico through On Demand. He does it everywhere. Like, I love this, and I love what these programs can do for people. And I think that as a coach, you are sharing what this possibility can do for people. And the people that I think I strive to be with are people that I am excited to be around, and the people that I see are real, that are more like me, and people that are going through the same struggles that I go through. And those are the people that are potentially working moms, or moms that are around 24 hours a day with their kids and dealing with the same struggles, people that are dealing with, they are not at the perfect goal weight and they're striving to be better. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but you're striving to be better, a better version of you. And I think these programs can achieve that. And I think for someone that is considering coaching, showing people that journey that you're on, it makes people so enthralled and so excited about following you. I got a message today from someone from Canada and another person from the UK that said, I work out because I see your posts, and although I don't want to work out, I see your posts each day and it makes me want to work out. So we don't have to be perfect to help people inspire to be a better version of themselves. And I think that we are giving people this opportunity. So for those of you that are considering and teetering and jumping on in, trust me, I have been there. Ask my coach. I was probably the most difficult person to coach. And now I have a tribe that I love. I love the group that I'm with. And it is such a powerful feeling to feel like you're changing even one person in this world to have a healthier life, a healthier version of themselves, to be healthier for their families, for their husband, their wives, whoever it may be, because we are given this possibility just from this opportunity. So I hope that wasn't too crazy, but anyway. Join us because we are an awesome group.
Woo! Bring the energy, baby. Thank you, Kelly. That was amazing. That was perfect. And I just want to add one quick thing before I hand it over to one of my incredible coaches too on the team. But it's so true, guys. Like when I first started this journey, like I mentioned at the beginning, I had 35 pounds to lose. And right from the beginning, I just invited people to come along on the journey with me. And I was so relatable to that mom who could not lose the weight. Like I was relatable and they were going through the journey with me. So that's really and truly the best time to start is when you're at the beginning, because then people can do it with you. But anyways, so thank you, Kelly. All right, the next wonderful coach I want to welcome you guys to is one of my coaches. Her name is Kim Fortner. And she's been a coach on the team now for just about, I think, under 3 years now. And she is going to be talking to you guys about the myth that you have to be a salesperson to be in this business, and that we basically just push products on people, and that's what you do if you decide to become a Beachbody coach, which is so far from the truth. So, Kim, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hey, Kim.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Yes, I've been a coach. It's 2 years and 2 months. So yes, been a coach for a while now. I'm also a full-time online ESL teacher. So I teach English to children in China. So my hours are crazy. So again, if that doesn't show you that being a Beachbody coach is flexible, it doesn't matter what time of day or night you work, you can still be a coach as well and help others. So I am here to talk to you about the myth that we push products. And I was given about 3 minutes to do so, but I really only need about 3 seconds. We don't do that. And I definitely don't do that. That's not something that this business is about, that the mission of our company is about. It's not something that I do or would even be good at. You know, perhaps you have witnessed being sold to, or other companies, you know, maybe you've seen that. And so perhaps that's where that myth comes from. But that is definitely not what we do as coaches, and not what we're taught to do, or when we learn strategies and ways to be a coach and how to help others. That's not what we're asked to do. We're connectors. We're people that share. And so just like Kelly was talking about, and Cathy and everyone, we share our journey, no matter what part of the journey you're on. If it's the beginning, or if you finished several programs or your 10th program, you're sharing that. You're sharing your struggles. You're sharing your goals. You're sharing consistently, which is the key. And that's every day. And someone will see, and they are watching you and want to know what you're doing. And whether they reach out to you or you connect with a friend from high school or work or whatnot, and let them know what you're doing and how awesome you feel, and that you want to perhaps connect them to a program as well. Or maybe they just saw you talk about nutrition, or maybe they just see you a little bit happier every single day. You're able to share that information with them, and what brought you to that place now, and no, it's not like that every day. It's a journey, but what keeps you coming back every day? And so you're able to share our total package, which isn't just products, it's these people, this community of people that helps hold us accountable. Of course, we have programs that you can do at home, along with a nutrition program that's created for you. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, nor do you have to come up with recipes or what to eat and when to eat it. That's done for us. So we do have this whole kind of total package. So it sort of makes it easy when you're sharing your journey of, here's what I'm doing and here's how I can connect you with maybe the right thing. But no way do we spend our our lives and every day talking to people and pushing things on anyone, whether that's social media or friends or family. That's definitely not what we do. That's not what the heart of it is. We're just showing them that we want to be successful and be on this journey and show up every day, and we want them to join us, because why wouldn't we? And why wouldn't they want to? So that's it.
I love that word connector, Kim. I've actually never heard that term, and I think it's like such a perfect term. It's funny. I've actually had somebody say to me before, I don't know how to be a salesperson. I don't want to be a salesperson. And I was like, well, that's good, because I can't teach you how to be a salesperson. And it's truly what you said. It's not about selling something. It's about basically being on the journey and selling yourself, for lack of better words, so that you can connect the dots for other people of what's possible for them. So I love that. Thank you. Next up, we're going to talk about what challenge groups are. So perhaps, your coach has talked to you about a challenge group, or maybe you are in a challenge group, or you're curious about what we do on the backside as coaches of how we run challenge groups. So Miss Ashley Johnson is going to talk to you a little bit about that tonight. Can anybody hear her? Ashley, we can't hear you. I mean, you're pretty to look at, but
How about now?
Yep, you're good.
I could have just acted it out for you guys if I couldn't get it going. But I'm excited to talk to you guys about challenge groups, in part because if it wasn't for a challenge group, I would have never been a part of this. I work at a very stressful job, kind of like you, Kim. I work all hours of the night, weekends, all that kind of jazz. So joining a gym or joining a program that I had to be at a specific time was never going to work for me, because my hours fluctuate from 40 up to 70 hours a week, and I carry a pager, like legit retro pager with green screen, kind of like the old Game Boys. So it was never going to be an option. So I got invited to a challenge group, and it was explained to me that it was this magical virtual place, which was perfect, because in between patients, I work in cardiac surgery, so that's why I carry the pager, not because I walk the streets or something. But it was this virtual place where I could check in with my team and learn about clean eating and learn about my fitness routine. But time management is the big thing that I like to talk about in my group, and the fitness aspect, and everything that we're trying to focus on altering about our habits, which is a lot. Like, to start from maybe somewhere where I was, where I needed to lose 20 pounds to fit into a wedding dress that I had bought a while ago. And not having a plan on how to get there. Oh, that's a really good story. I'll tell you guys some other time. But so not having a plan to get there, this challenge group kind of breaks it all down for you. It teaches you, how to get healthy, how to eat clean, how to do your recipes, how to get these shakes into you every day so that you're getting all of your vitamins and nutrients and all of those things that we want to work on in one easy to access place. So, being a busy person, that was my jam. And unlike anything I had found looking into gyms or jazzercise or whatever your jam is, I never had that personal connection like I had with this challenge group. And I like the challenge group so much that I decided to run them. So if that's saying anything, going from someone who had never worked out a day in her life, had never played sports, to be working out 7 days a week and eating clean and sharing apples with my dog while I'm on the computer with you, like that's a big deal to me. So the thing that I like most about these challenge groups, just besides sharing all this information with my team, who are all at different aspects of their health and fitness journey. Some people are like me and have never worked out before. Some people like ran track in high school and are just looking to put on weight, which is amazing too. So, but these groups you were able to celebrate our victories when people are like, oh my God, I just went to the shopping for my trip and I just tried on a swimsuit that was 2 sizes too small and it blew my mind. Or I had a challenger this week say, for the first time in my life, I worked out in the morning, and she's in grad school. She went to class and she's like, I felt prepared. I wasn't rushing out the door. I had worked out, so I was feeling like already jazzed that I had accomplished so much in my day. And I rocked my classes today like a boss. Like seeing that confidence glowing out of people that are in your group kind of amps you up too. I've been struggling a little bit personally because I've had a life change. I'm pregnant. So I've been leaning on my group much more than right? Pretty weird stuff happening. So I've been leaning on my group with some challenges because all I want to do is eat carbs. So now I'm like, hey guys, like what are some healthy ways you can think of that maybe I'm not to help me fit in these extra veggies and fit in this fruit that honestly I don't want to eat right now. So it's this amazing place where you can work through your difficulties, support each other in your victories, and then lean on each other when you need help, which I've never been a part of before. Even working in healthcare, no one has ever given me that much support as far as getting healthy before. They just expect you to figure it out on your own. So challenge groups have really changed my life, and hopefully everyone else in this group feels the same way. I know us coaches do, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it. So if this is your first challenge group, trust the process, lean into it, and just get as much out of it as you possibly can, because it can really change your life. Do you kind of wish I acted that out instead?
I was gonna do the bump.
I don't have one yet.
Oh, that's true. You don't, because you've been hiding it well.
Yes, peanut butter.
Thank you, Ashley. And I just have to add to that, like, I love how everybody's experience in a challenge group and like what they're looking to get out of it can be different depending on like where they are starting in their life, or like what their past has been with fitness, nutrition, mindset, self-love, habits, all that kind of stuff. That it's just such a supportive community. And I know, like, if you are someone or if somebody listens to this that has struggled with like mental wellness, I know for me that, in a time and place in my life where I had such anxiety and depression, like it was such an uplifting thing to go in a group and see sweaty, happy, smiling faces of people showing up for themselves, no matter how friggin' hard whatever they were going through was. And it just gave me grace to be myself and be human. And for one of the first times in my life, have a safe space where I didn't feel judged. So that's personally one of my favorite things about challenge groups too, is that it's a little different, the experience for everybody. So thank you, Ashley. And we're so excited for you. Okay, so the next one, our coach that had this topic was actually not able to get on. So I'm just going to quickly share with you. A lot of times that people think coaching is something where you are like put into a box. I have some people say like, well, I'm really into this, or I'm into CrossFit, or I'm into, running or something. Like, I don't think I can do that because it boxes me into something specific. And so I just really like to stress that coaching is what you make it, and it is what you bring to the table. Like, you are given this platform to share your message, your story, your journey, wherever you are at on that, wherever you're starting, wherever you desire to go, whatever your lifestyle looks like, whether you're a busy mom, whether you work corporate, whether you're at home, and you get to bring your specific brand into that. So I talk a lot about overcoming obstacles, being a single mom, things that I specifically like, and people relate to that. Whereas, other coaches on our team are extremely different. And that's kind of the beauty of it, is that you make it fit who you are, not put yourself into a box to try and be something that you're not, because we are so you know, supportive of you being authentic and true to who you are and bringing that into your business so that it attracts people that are like you to you, because it's just so fulfilling to work with women that are similar to you and that you can really, you know, kind of understand. So I just wanted to kind of make that known if that's something that you're concerned about. Like, I don't want to be like put into this box of like this celery eating, cardio loving, whatever. You get to be who you are and bring what you have to offer to the table, and make that your brand. So that's really awesome. The number 6 topic we have is the myth of I don't have time to be a coach, or I work full time and I don't know how to make this work. We have a ton of full-time coaches on our team. We have a lot of us are really busy moms. And Katie Kreis is actually, she works full time, and she's going to share with you how she makes coaching work, and bust that no time myth for you tonight.
Hi guys. This is actually a perfect topic for me because when I started as an actual challenger, my number one excuse and the reason why I started with the programs in the first place were because I didn't even have time to work out. I didn't have time to make dinner. I didn't have time to hang out with friends. The only thing I had time for was to and from work, sleep, eat, and repeat. And through the challenge groups, through coaching itself, I've learned that that is the biggest excuse that you will hear, that I tell myself, that almost everybody tells themselves as to why they can't do anything. And it's a lie. You are lying to yourself. Everybody has time, and you can make it work if you find a reason why you want it so bad. So for me, with working full time and still working full time, I have read books. A really, really good book is Eat That Frog, which kind of helps you to prioritize your time a little bit better. And then once you start fitting in the pieces of the program, so the exercising, the clean eating, the meal prep, the shake, you actually find these little pockets of time to where you're actually fitting these things in, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I do have time. Or, oh, maybe clean eating and meal prep actually saves me time throughout the week to where I'm not spending 45 minutes on cooking a meal, or I can actually do my exercise at home for 22 minutes a day, and I don't have to drive 45 minutes to get to a class that's going to take me an hour, and then I'm going to have to drive 45 minutes home, and then I'm going to have to still shower. So for me, it actually saves me a lot of time with doing it at home. And then it just became natural in that the programs were working for me so much, and I was actually saving time with doing these things, that I started sharing it. And it wasn't anything extra that I had to do necessarily for the coaching. Like, I could plug in with my coaches team, I could plug in with my coaches, and we could do things together, which saves me time, and we coordinate together. And then that also builds the community. And then I have, oh my gosh, now I have more friends too. So, and they're willing to help me with running challenge groups. And if I can't get on a call, or if I can't post something, then my newly pregnant friend is like, okay, well, how can I help you? And so it's just, we we work these things out, and you find ways to do it because it really makes a difference. And it actually, in the long run, it saves you time. And that was like the biggest realization for me. And it actually made me a better doctor, made me a better friend, made me a better everything, because I started watching less TV. I started reading more books. I started fitting in podcasts to help me figure out how to be more time management while I was getting ready in the morning. Like, you find these little pockets of time that you were wasting before. And now I feel like I can live life so much better because I'm not wasting all that time that I
thought I was so busy with. Did that answer the question?
Yes, that was perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. I think it's great, guys, that we hear from coaches who work full time and have children and are just really, really busy and are still building successful businesses. It's so important. Pretty much my entire team is full-time working moms with like 2, 3, or 4 children working their jobs. Their husbands are gone all the time, and they still find the time to make this work. And so for this next person, I wanted to introduce you to one of my coaches, Michelle Rod, and she's going to be talking to you specifically about how she has made this business work and still continues to make this business work with, am I on mute? No, okay. With her full-time job, and she'll give you the whole spiel about it, but she's amazing. And Michelle, whenever you get a chance, if you could unmute and you can go ahead.
Okay, hi everybody. Like Cathy said, my name is Michelle Rod, and I am also a full-time working mom. I have 3 kids. They are 9, 4, and a year and a half, so that's pretty busy. I like to describe things here as a shit show, like, pardon the language, but that's like the best term I can come up with. Hot mess is another good one too, but it is crazy here. Right now it's about 7:20. It's bedtime. So my husband's here doing that stuff right now today. But I am like I said, I'm a full-time working mom. I am a partner in an accounting firm. So that gets really crazy and unpredictable at tax time and takes up a lot of mental energy. And then my husband's job, he is a police officer, which, number one, I'm not supposed to tell people I just met because not everybody likes the police, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully everybody on here is okay with that. So, okay, good. I'm just going to go with it. So anyway, I bring that up because his job, he works 5 days on, 4 days off. So that means that it's different days of the week every week, which drives me crazy because I'm like an OCD planner type of person. And then not only that, but he works, sometimes it's day shift for a while, and then he'll switch to the night shift. So we all have to kind of transition there. And it's really hard to get into a routine is my point here, which I don't like. And then like he'll be 2 hours late or he'll get called in early. And it's just like amazing that I have any sanity left. But one thing that that helps with that is this Beachbody coaching thing. And my point here is that I don't have any time for this, right? Like if somebody had told me that I was going to do this or that I could do this, I'd be like, no way, I don't have time. I'm too tired. And when I started, I only had 2 kids, and then I had another one in the middle there, and I was pregnant and really sick. And then she was born early because I got really sick all of a sudden, and blah, blah, blah. Like I could go on and on. But the point is too that we all have that kind of stuff going on, right? Like everybody's busy, and whatever time you do have, you fill it with something. So like the person before me was just saying that you find pockets of time. So instead of staying up late watching TV, I'll do a little bit of work before I go to bed, and then I'll get up early in the morning and do some of it. And then I'll do a little bit during nap time if I happen to be home that day, or I'll do a little bit on my lunch break. So it doesn't have to be sit down and work 4 hours in a block of time. It's here and there and when you can fit it in. And it's giving up something like maybe TV, except for Game of Thrones, because that's a must watch, right? Anybody else out there? But other than that, I gave up watching TV and stuff. But like really, it's just crazy here. And I don't deal well with that, but I have this to focus on. And it means enough to me that I make it a priority and I find time for it. And if it's important to you, you find time for it, right? And again, coaching keeps me on track and it helps me keep my sanity. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you a little picture about how kind of crazy it is here. And for a type A OCD type person that I used to be, you know, you can do it too. Like if I can do this, anybody can do this, right? So yeah, that's kind of my thing, is that it's a shit show here. I have no consistency. Like my husband's schedule sort of runs our lives, and I just fit it in when I can because I'm going to do this. And maybe I'm not going to do it as fast as Cathy did, It's going to take me a little bit longer, but if you've got 4 hours a day to focus on this, awesome. You're going to be an elite coach your first year. But if you don't, that's okay too. Like you fit in, 30 minutes a day or an hour a day or whatever you've got to do, and you grow it at that pace. But we can all do this. If I can do it, you can do it too.
I love that. And I love what you say at the end about kind of making the time work for you. I think that's so important, is to also mention that like we really try to help you, like mentor you in a way to help you set goals and like know what you should be doing in those time frames, so that you can make it work for you. So I love that. And your
Thank you.
schedule sounds crazy.
Terrible.
I don't have
Terrible.
OCD, and you're giving me but thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
So next up we have Miss Kelly Spencer, and she has come into our team after saying, you said no, I think for what, 18 months?
Yeah, it was 18 months.
Yeah, and she's doing amazing. So she's going to talk to you tonight about how, sometimes we get a myth that says, like, I don't think I can be successful. Like, I've never owned a business. I don't have business experience. That was me. And she's going to talk to you tonight about, team support and systems and trainings and things like that to really help you be successful.
Hi, guys. So yeah, Dana's right. I said no for 18 months. I actually said yes to a challenge pretty much immediately. I had just had a baby and I did not like what I was seeing. And I've always been small. And the fact that I wasn't was sort of freaking me out. So said yes to a challenge. And then my coach, Laura, who's not on this right now, started bugging me about coaching immediately. I've always been in sports and in leadership positions. And I don't know what was in my head, but I was like, no. And then after my second, or when I was pregnant with my second baby, all of a sudden I realized what the cost of daycare was going to be. And I was laying awake at night trying to figure out how the hell I was going to pay for daycare, and because I didn't want to quit my job. And all of a sudden it just popped in my head. I was like, oh my God, Laura's been telling me about this coaching thing. So I messaged Laura at like 1 a.m. and I was like, okay, tell me a little bit about this. So the next day I told her I was in. I rebought a challenge pack. And I literally just went all in right from the very beginning because I knew I didn't have another choice. So anyways, being me, and some of the coaches on here know this, I'm really anal about like my knowledge and what I know and what I don't know, and I have to know everything all the time. And the best thing is that we have this massive group of knowledge. You guys are seeing it right in front of you right now. Like, these coaches some have been around forever, some have been around a little bit of time, but we have this network of people that know as much as anybody can know about what to do in this business. And if somebody doesn't know it, there's a way to find it out. And there's all these resources we have on our website. When I couldn't, and I'm like this really obnoxious person where if I can't get an answer in like 3 seconds, poor Laura, I was like in the beginning, like texting her constantly, like, well, what about this? How do I do this? I don't know about this. And if she wasn't responding to me, and because she works full time, she's a nurse, she does the overnight shift, so of course she's not responding to me when she's sound asleep. It's called live chat, and you can get on and you can talk to basically people at the corporate office who know what the hell is going on as well. So when I didn't hear back from Laura in 3 seconds, I was on live chat and I would have all that information immediately for me. So if you're like me and you need to know right away, it's 100% possible. But if you're chill and like a cool person, then you can find out in like a slower manner where you can rely on your teams, you can rely on coaches, other coaches. But basically the knowledge is there, and I have zero idea how to run my own business. I had run businesses for other people. And it's what I was doing before this was 100% nothing nothing to do with what I'm doing now. And so it didn't give me any knowledge to do what I'm doing. So I was a blank slate. And I think one other really important thing, and I tell this to my coaches a lot, is that when you start coaching, you're doing a brand new job. And for some reason, when people start in this business, they think that, I don't know if they think it's supposed to be easy or if they think you're just supposed to know everything right away in the beginning. But it's a brand new job. So you're not going to know everything. You're not going to know how to do everything. And you need to see it as if you're going to an office on your very first day and you feel like a dork and you're looking around. You don't know where to sit. You don't know where to put your coat. Like you don't know anything. You're supposed to feel like that. That's like what a new job is about. And you need to be okay with that. And you need to know that you have people sitting next to you who can give you the answers. You have people who are your bosses who can give you the answers. The answers are there. And if you're looking at it as if it's a new job, it changes sort of the mentality of getting the information that you need versus if you think all of a sudden you're going to go in and be this perfect coach and have all the knowledge immediately, because it's not possible. You have to learn it over time. And day by day, I'm still learning all these new things, and I'm getting questions from my coaches I don't know the answers to, and I reach out and I try to find them for people. So it's all there, and it will all help you be successful. And everyone, this is the last thing, is that the coolest thing about this group of people is that everybody in here wants to see every single other person succeed. There's no weird competitiveness. There's no jealousy. Everybody wants to see someone else succeed. And that's just, I'm not an emotional person, but when I like talk about this stuff, I get goosebumps because it's really neat to be in that environment, because I hadn't been in an environment like that in my previous job. And I was there for 13 years and everything was a competition, even though everybody said they wanted to see you succeed. And this is real. Like everyone really does. So that's it.
Wow, that was awesome.
So much. I love it. That's you, Cathy, but I just had to say.
That's okay. I love it too. I was just going to say the same thing. That was seriously so perfect. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. And I do love how she mentioned how we're also supportive of one another. I think that was one of my favorite things coming from like teaching and going into this, was that there's no like comparing. There is none of that jealousy. Everyone is so positive and uplifting every single day. It doesn't matter like if you're brand new, you've been doing this for a while, we want to all help each other. And I just love that so much. It's so nice with all the negativity going on around in the world to have something so positive and inspiring to be a part of every day. So I'm a lifer no matter what. All right, so my topic tonight was the myth that, and I love this one, is that this is a pyramid scheme, this is a total scam. And I do like talking about this one, especially because, like I mentioned at the beginning, that my husband was completely skeptical about this in every way, shape, and form. He wanted nothing to do with this. He did not believe in this at all. He has his MBA in entrepreneurship. He's run 4 businesses on the side, and he just did not believe that this was a real legitimate business and that you could earn money doing it. So first of all, I just want to start out by saying pyramid schemes, first of all, guys, are totally illegal. All right, they're illegal. So there you go with that. Second of all, the income that you earn, guys, when you become a coach comes from the programs and the products that real people are using to get real results. And the income that you make as a coach is a direct reflection of the amount of lives that you change, of the amount of people who you help day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, compounded over time. So the people who you see who are doing really well with this, they're not doing anything magical. There is no secret sauce. It's just that they have helped that many more people get started on their health and fitness journey and reach their goals or move closer toward them. That is simply it. I don't like to go into too much detail specifically about how you earn the income, but think of it this way. This is kind of a silly thing to say. It might be a little crazy, but I like to think of it as if you decided, or if someone decided to become an Uber driver. And you decided that you wanted to make some money, and so I'm going to become an Uber driver. But then you actually never do any of the routes, and you don't pick anybody up, and you don't actually do the Uber driving. You're not going to get a paycheck. you're not going to earn any money because you didn't get in the car and go around and pick up people and bring them to their destinations. That is exactly like coaching. If you decide to sign up and become a coach and then you don't do anything, then nothing's going to happen. You won't earn an income. You're not going to get fired because it's your own business and you're your own boss, but nothing will happen. You won't grow. You won't build a business. You will not earn any money. But what I love is like what Dana said at the beginning, that everybody has a decision. And so if you become a coach and you make the decision that this is it, I am going to go after this, I'm going to change my life, and you take advantage of our online new coach, getting started right trainings that we have, and you're on the team calls that we run, and you learn as you go, and you're willing to just take action, little bitty things every day, little thing, nothing big. It's nothing big and massive that you need to do to see success in this. It's tiny little things that you choose to do every day. Then you'll build a business over time. So there's no magic to it. It's just like any other business, guys. You show up, you put in the work over time, you're going to see results. You're going to help change people's lives. You're going to earn an income. You're going to build a business that can change your life and also change hundreds and thousands of others along the way. Or you choose to become a coach and do nothing, and then just nothing will happen. So I hope that helped explain it, guys, to you. And I know when I first got into this, real quick before I turn it over, I know that it was the first few people that I started to sign up that got started on their journey. When they started messaging me saying that they were seeing such awesome results, that they were back in their pre-pregnancy genes, that I haven't felt like this in 7 years, thank you. It was that in combination of me actually collecting a paycheck that made my super skeptical, most skeptical person in the world, I don't think anybody has me beat, be like, damn, I think this is legit. And then I just had to prove them wrong and kept going. So, all right, guys, we'll turn this thing over here. I don't know who's next. I think you're up, Dana, or somebody else.
I am. I just have to add in there about that is just, I think that if you were to look at this from a business standpoint, that, I like to slay the myth of this being a pyramid scheme by saying that if you look at most major corporations, like regular corporate jobs are way more of a pyramid scheme type of a design than a business like this, because with what we do, you can surpass anybody above you in rank and in income and in growth, as long as you are willing to put in the work. So there's no caps on what you're worth, if you will allow me to say that. But you are the one that gets to determine how far you'll go, not somebody above you telling you you can only go this far on the ladder. So I just had to add that in there. Serena, are you? Oh, there you are. Hi. A lot of people are worried. They're like, oh, I'm really interested in starting a business, but oh my goodness, it typically costs a ton of money to invest in actually starting an at-home business. And do I have to keep products, and do I have to do all this? So Miss Serena is going to tell you tonight exactly how you get to be able to join as a coach. Hold on, I gotta unmute you. Hold on.
Hi,
Oh,
I'm
there you
here.
go.
Hey everybody, my name is Serena. Oh, I'm so big here. I have been a coach since last August, so a little over a year. And the initial investment to be a coach is an investment in yourself through Beachbody products. And the only thing you need to do, the easiest and most cost-effective way to do it is to purchase what we refer to as a challenge pack, which is a bundled savings package, which includes typically one 30-serving bag of Shakeology, which is our amazing superfood nutrient supplement blend, and a combination of fitness program. You can buy just one fitness program, or the best deal is to get the all access on demand streaming system membership for a year. So that's it, really. It's an investment in you. And, it can be as little as $140, a one-time purchase, $140 to get you enrolled as a coach. and that waives the $40 coaching fee that would be charged if you were to just come on and enroll as a coach without purchasing anything else, or doing it later on. So it's just, this is the most efficient, best way. It's because you get something for your money, and it's a one-time purchase, and you need to, well, I can only speak for myself. I needed to invest in myself first to be a coach. I had no intention of being a coach. I started because I wanted to feel better about myself, and I was not happy with where I was physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And by simply purchasing a bag of powder, which has ended up saving my life, more on that later, and, a fitness program that comes with the support of this amazing community of awesome women that you are seeing, and this is only a teeny weeny fraction of them, becoming a coach after I had amazing results internally more so than externally was just a natural progression. And I was already set up to be a coach because it was presented to me as a way to get a discount on future Beachbody products. Whether I wanted them or not, that was my choice. I was not under any obligation to ever purchase anything again. But I was just like, okay, I'll do that because I might want a discount later. So it was no pressure. It was a no-brainer. And I paid $140 to start a business that potentially will take care of me and my loved ones for the rest of my life. And, honestly, more than the financial investment, I've gotten so much out of Beachbody that has nothing to do with financial. It's all about the human connection and the support and the love and the growth. So it's the best thing that I've done for myself in a long time. And I don't see any downside to it, really. Can't find one, and I'm skeptical. That's all I got. Thanks, you guys.
We love you, Serena. Thank you. Okay, I was getting a little choked up over here, Serena. Okay, so the last topic, actually we had two more, but I just want to quickly touch on the topic of travel. So if you are somebody that likes to travel or wishes you could travel more, this was something that I had zero clue of when I actually said yes to this business. And I'm not gonna lie, when I used to see people in other companies post things about trips, I was like, okay. But with the coaching opportunity, there's a lot of different opportunities for you to earn travel or to travel to different places. So our biggest event of the year is Coach Summit. My first year as a new coach, I was able to earn a ticket to that and go to Las Vegas. The last 2 years we've been in Nashville. Next year we're going to Indianapolis, but it is literally 30 to 40,000 coaches come together in one place, take over the city. And we have celebrity trainer workouts. We have mentoring from top coaches in the network of every single topic you could possibly think of. You get to meet our teams in person because we all live all over the country and we see each other like this face to face every week. But it's kind of surreal to meet people in person and feel like you've known them forever. And like, it's not the first time you've seen them in person, but it really is. So it's just an absolutely incredible, life-changing event. And there's always really amazing keynote speakers as well. Some other opportunities, we have a yearly Success Club trip. So it's really based upon coaches that are hitting, consistent goals every single month of helping other people. So you can literally entirely earn this trip free just for helping other people consistently, which, my first year I went to Mexico. The second year was a cruise. This past year we went to Punta Cana. Next year we're going to Riviera Maya, Mexico. And two other ones that I think are important to mention is there is a new leadership conference that, the leadership conferences are based upon really rank and, growing your own team and kind of stepping into that leadership role to help others start their own businesses. But they're just incredible, incredible kind of smaller, more intimate events where you get, amazing leadership training. Again, workouts with celebrity trainers. Sometimes there's photo opportunities. But it's really like amazing to see how involved corporate is with handing us the most valuable leadership information and just information in terms of being a better coach, being a better person, being, just better for yourself in your life in general at events like that. And then that was in LA, where you get to view headquarters and go see what goes on at corporate and go see all the behind the scenes of everything. And then leadership. So Cathy and I were able to go to leadership last year in Coronado Bay, California, and we'll be going again this year to Las Vegas. But again, it's, incredible leadership training and just, kind of mingling with other people in the network where you can, hear success stories, hear tips, hear tricks, hear things that best practices for people, and just, again, meet absolutely amazing, like-minded people. It's the community that we always, come back to talking about, because for all of us, I know that that is one of the most beautiful parts of this business is the friendships, the community, the support, people, who love you, support you, encourage you, accept you just as you are. So if you've, been somebody that's felt like a misfit, or you don't get along with people at your job, or you struggle with your family, we can all relate to those things. And we are that, loving, open arms community to kind of accept you and embrace you as you are and encourage you to consistently work towards getting better and really finding your potential. So that was a quick little sum of our tips. And that is about it. Our last topic was about friendships, community, and fulfillment, but I think we honestly really kind of hit that home in a bunch of different videos here. I have to add in about the fulfillment component for me is that I went through a lot of years of my life not feeling like I mattered. Like, I woke up every day and was like, what am I here for? Like, what am I doing on this earth? And, you always have people that talk about purpose or passion. And I was like, I don't even know what those words are except for in a dictionary, and honestly, the way I could sum that up now is it's a feeling. It's a feeling that you get that what you do matters, that showing up and pouring your heart and soul and time and energy into working on yourself so that you can positively impact other people. It gives you the most incredibly fulfilled feeling where we always say, like, my heart is so full. And you start to get those messages pouring in from moms saying, I'm confident in pictures with my kids now. I fit in clothes for the first time in years. I'm so proud of myself. I've never been able to consistently show up for a workout program. The support is so helpful. I've made new friends. I'm able to pay off some of my debt if you're a coach, or I'm able to spend more time with my children, or I'm able to, see my husband more, whatever those things are. But it is literally an unmatchable feeling to know that just you showing up and being on your journey and sharing that and sharing, to help other people, that you've positively impacted their life in one or multiple ways, or at least kind of been the catalyst for them to help see that there was more in their life, giving them that glimpse of the potential and, helping hold their hand until they really have the courage to pursue it themselves. So that's all I have to say, which is always a lot. I know I could talk for hours, but Cathy, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. So guys, how late do you guys want to hang out with us tonight?
Coffee, so I'm good for like 2 more hours.
Yeah, exactly. I hadn't energized like an hour ago. I'm good till like 1. No, just real quick. Honestly, what I was missing before was that excitement waking up in the morning. Like I liked teaching, but I never woke up excited to do it. I knew I was doing something rewarding. I loved the kids. I just didn't like the politics that came with it. And it's so awesome to be able to go to bed at night, like feeling like you made such a difference, knowing that you made such a difference because of those messages that you get daily, like everyone mentioned tonight. And then when you wake up in the morning, you're so excited. Like, I can't wait until I can have my slots during the day and at nighttime where I can actually sit down and talk to you guys and build my business. Like, I truly look forward to it. I love it. It brings me so much joy. And I think one last thing too I wanted to say was, becoming a coach, what has really helped me realize is that I was living a life before where I was just totally settling. Like I was just being okay with mediocrity. I wasn't challenging myself in any way. I know I was in all that massive amounts of debt, but I had a great family, a great marriage, healthy kids, just everything was good. But becoming a coach and getting into it, just from being in it and changing all these lives and through all the personal development that we read and listen to, it's helped me realize that you have this one life to live and you should never settle. No matter where you are in your life right now, it can always be better. And you should always strive to live your best life possible because it's so fast and it goes so quickly in the scheme of things. So I can't say enough about it. I mean, I'm hooked. I'm addicted. I mean, I am straight up obsessed with coaching. So
Oh, really?
can you tell, guys? I mean, if you've been following me for a while, you know I'm still showing up. I'll never stop. But yeah, I just can't imagine how different things would be, guys, if I had actually listened to my husband, which I'm not that type of person anyways. I don't listen to people. I do my own thing. You're not going to tell me what to do. I just can't imagine how different it would be. It would look so different. My kids would be in daycare every day now. I'd be back teaching my job, teaching first grade every day, coming home. It would just be insane. I'd still be in all that debt, so stressed out, so overwhelmed, just feeling like I can't get out. So
most importantly, Cathy, you wouldn't know me.
And I wouldn't know Dana, and I wouldn't know all these other awesome people. Seriously, like some of my besties now, actually all of my besties, let's just tell it like it is, are from coaching.
All right. Does anybody have any questions? I know quite a few hopped off, but we do have a couple here.
Yeah, go ahead. Want me to do it?
Oh, you're fine, Serena. We love you. I don't want to call anybody out because I know that when I first got on calls, I hid under my chair. So I'm not going to call you out. If you are not comfortable talking, you can type it in the chat if you do have a question too.
I do have one last thing to say while you guys are thinking over your questions. Number one, don't overthink this. We're not asking for your arm or a kidney. This isn't like you're not in the lot buying a car. Honestly, when you get started as a coach, we start by focusing on you. It's that simple. We talk to you about what your health and fitness goals are and where you want to improve. And that's it. And we start with that. And that's how we begin. We always start with you working on you, feeling better about yourself, gaining confidence, getting healthier, getting more fit. And then we teach you how to inspire others along the way by sharing your journey authentically. So, and honestly, what really helped my husband, because like I said, we had no money when I started, I just swiped that credit card anyways, even though we were in so much debt, was my coach telling me that, if God forbid something doesn't go well and you're not happy and you don't love it, there's the 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. And my husband, I didn't think too much about this because I'm not into all that, but my husband was like, all right, this is good. This is good because if for some reason this doesn't work, we won't be out any money, which is honestly a really low cost, like you heard earlier from Serena, considering it's an investment in you, in your future. Yeah. All right, sorry.
I love that. We do start with you, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, any questions? I don't think anybody wants to ask them, or you have them, but you're not too sure. So if you do have them, or you think of them later, or even tomorrow, or later in the week, if you are in my sneak peek page, you can just post in the comments of the call and ask, or you can just stalk Cathy on Facebook and send her questions at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Or you could just keep watching. No, just send me a message. You guys know how to get a hold of me.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you to the coaches who are still on that spoke.
Yes, thank you guys so much for helping out. And thank you guys for being here and learning more. We are excited to welcome you into our teams. Can't wait.
Alrighty, guys.
All right. Have an awesome night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Good night.